And I think this is a good one. This is one that is up your street, Luke. This is from Mix It Mike, who says, I never pre-plan a set, but I set aside the tunes I want to play in a playlist in no particular order. But I'm not very good at reading a crowd. If I play a song that isn't getting a good reaction, I quickly mix out of it. How do you actually read a crowd and know what song to actually play?
Yeah. Well, this is a good way, Mike. Absolutely, mixing out quickly. That's a great skill to have whenever you see something not working. But I always tend to say to the light jockey as well to light up the room a little bit so I can see the faces. So I did Tomorrowland this last weekend, and judging by the temperature and the faces of the people, at a certain point I was giving a lot of gas, and I was looking at the people, and they started sweating, and a couple of people were like, and so only by the faces you can already tell that they needed to have a little bit more of a taking it back in energy, and a little bit of a massage to take it back up later. And whenever people start looking unhappy or being bored or looking around them, you know something is not working, and you need to switch it up. And at a certain point you'll hit bullseye. And then it's like, okay, so I'll give you more of this right now, and that's it in a nutshell, really.
It's a bit like playing darts, isn't it? Sometimes you throw every corner of the board, and as soon as you start to get a reaction, you kind of aim at that corner a little bit more. But do you find at the beginning of a set you try different things just to see what's going to work, and then kind of like a guided missile, you kind of hone in on the stuff that you think is going to work after experimenting a little bit?
Absolutely. So when talking about my Tomorrowland set, you'll always see in my live sets, I need a good 10 minutes to really get into it, to get used to the gear, the environment, the crowd. And after about 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, so we're good. So you want this, you'll get this, and we'll just go in there. And it does take a little bit of time always.
And it takes balls as well, doesn't it? To take that time for yourself to work it out. Because DJs, 30 seconds can seem like an hour if the crowd aren't getting it. So to actually give yourself the time to work that out, is that something you've learned over time that it takes that long? So you cut yourself enough slack to get through that period.
I guess it's just a necessity, really. I would love to nail it in within 30 seconds, but doing it live and really feeding off the crowd just needs a little bit more time.